constipated.
Good morning, everybody. Today, joining us for chat is Wisconsin's own Laura Schwartz. To refresh your memory, Laura was once the director of events at the White House. Now she travels the world as a professional speaker and TV commentator, even filling in for Larry King. That's true. Her book is called Eat, Drink, and Succeed. We're going to chat about that a little bit later. Welcome home for the holidays.
Thank you so much. I've been eating and drinking and succeeding since I arrived in Plymouth.
Non-stop for months.
Oh, which feels good. We were just talking about that. We both just moved in with our partners, and it's like we just eat and drink all the time.
Their life.
It's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
Yeah.
I just went to Disney World, and we went with her family, and we were on the meal plan. So
that's the worst.
Not only do you have the fast pass times to get to, which are awesome.
Been there, done that.
But then we have to be like, oh, we got to make our quick serve. Oh, wait, we've got table service. So we ate the entire time.
Which is great food. I was at Disney World last year, and like the food there is incredible.
Well, that's it. A foodie can go to Disney World and like have the. Although I love going to Cosmic Rays in Tomorrowland because you can get a hamburger and then you can load it up with mushrooms and onions. It's the best.
I love that you know exactly where. You've done it multiple times, not just once. Multiples.
Absolutely.
Well, and as I told you, moving in with my significant other, it's like literally I'm eating on his schedule. So I've got to stop that. I'm eating at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and you can't do that. And what's funny is, so this year, every year when I go home for the holidays, something that my mom and I do is we go to antique stores. We do this whether it's the holidays or anytime we see each other. And this year we had to do it too. And I found this book, which is hilarious, okay? It's called The Sunny Side of Life. But the entire book is how not to be constipated. It's literally, so it's funny because it's an old Kellogg's book, so it's all about bran. So I picked it up and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And it says, you know, make happiness a habit and do all these different things. How to keep well last year. Some of you have maybe seen this, you know, when you were growing up.
Or maybe you need it this holiday season.
Make happiness a habit. And so I'm like, this is great. I can't wait. They already knew about positive mindful thinking, you know, back in the 50s, whenever this was. And I'm literally looking, I'm like, no, this whole thing is about constipation.
It's digestion.
It's all about digestion. And it has a full meal plan in the back, but here's a whole like diagram of digestion. Like in this, it was just killing me. So I had to get it. It was so much fun.
This chart illustrates the journey of food.
The journey of food.
The journey of food.
How to make yourself happy. And then it literally had just like a woman's guide, how to stay thin while not being backed
So you start with prunes.
Yes.
All bran.
There's lots of lettuce wraps, there's lots of bran, there's lots of full fat.
There's also a lot of bacon. Oh, and cream.
It's so good.
I'd like cream every day.
Speaking of how to get fit, I think I'm just going to try that diet.
I think that sounds great. I think I'm going to call you every morning now and be like, have you had your prunes?
And my raisin bran.
And like, that sounds like quite the blowout morning.
People probably swear by it.
Well, we were sort of antiquing ourselves over holidays. My mom and dad in Plymouth, Wisconsin just cleaned out the garage. And thank goodness my dad did not throw this away because he found in a little shoebox, all wrapped up, one of my favorite toys. Got it at the county fair when I was a kid.
You guys are going to love this.
I thought it was a goner.
Here he is.
It's Ronald Reagan. I wonder how come. Oh, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
It's my. Wait, where's his camera? There's his camera. There's his camera. Okay.
Over here.
His head is a little crooked from being in the garage, so he might be looking the other way. So this is my first gift that they gave me on Christmas Eve, and I was
political gift back then.
You know what? Talk about foreshadowing. It was like 4th grade, and I think I bought him at the county fair with my grandma and grandpa Olson's county fair money. They gave us $10.
What did you like about him?
I just thought he had such personality, and we're not really a political family, which is funny, but so I've been FaceTiming all my friends this weekend, and if I could have a close-up on Ronald's camera, I'd be like,
Ronald's camera.
He would be FaceTiming people, but hey, what's this newfangled thing? What's going on? I don't get this game. What's going on? And then he goes downstairs. Oh, wait, can I have a close-up again, please? Sorry. So then he goes downstairs. So in FaceTime, I'll be talking, and then all of a sudden Ronald goes, I'm like, oh, Ron's going downstairs. Oh, wait. There we go.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at the camera
He's got to go down the elevator.
Or I'll just be on FaceTime, and then I'll just be like, yeah, it's been a wonderful Christmas. It's snowing. It's very cold. So we've been having a great time. I'm cracking up Julie and Susan, everybody. We're having a good time.
Even my fiance went antiquing for me this Christmas.
Really?
He ended up finding, this is a tree that I wanted more than anything, and a lot of people have these. My mom has 3. Do you remember these ceramic trees? They're starting to sell them again at stores, but the old ones that your parents painted.
Yeah, my grandma painted them for us.
So they found this at an antique store for me. It's painted by Leah in '71. We don't know who this is, but I wanted a white one so bad. So that's my new favorite thing from an antique store.
I love it. You know,
cool?
Mom, don't throw away Grandma's ceramic tree.
Don't throw them away.
I think it's worth money now.
Most people have the green ones. This is an interesting topic for today. We'll get back to some other stuff here in a second, but we're going to transition into your book. So I want to know, what's your favorite book from childhood? All right, mine was Where the Sidewalk Ends. I loved that book as a kid. Did you have a favorite?
I do not know that book. Where did the sidewalk end?
Shel Silverstein, like all his poems. You've seen it.
It's hilarious. I wrote a book, but I don't read. I loved all the Golden books.
Oh, yeah.
All the gold, and Nurse Nancy was my favorite.
Sweet Valley High, how about that series?
Oh, it's so good.
So good. Let's get to your book, because what I want to talk about, so, you know, Laura comes in town once a year, and I was like talking about, I mean, you come in a little more this year for us.
I love getting in more than that, because I love being home in Wisconsin.
But your book, I've told you, after you were here the first time, I read the whole thing cover to cover. I love it. I don't remember a thing of it now, because I have zero memory.
And she's not getting a cut of any sales.
Zero.
Neither do I at this point.
It's a great book. I highly recommend it. But these are some things that you talk about in your book as well.
Yeah.
And these are 5 New Year's resolutions. They're going to lead you to stronger partnerships in business and in life. These are things that you can do now to get you ready.
Absolutely. And it's not a diet, and you don't need a membership. You don't need to spend any money on them. It's just sort of like your frame of mind.
Okay.
Now, so when we look at the partnerships, both professional and personal, I kind of pulled out 5 things. Number 1, I think they've got a visual. Simple. Look up. You must be present to win. Now, we talk all the time about having our kids and family put down the phone at the dinner table.
I'm also mad when people win and they're not there. So I like this topic.
Because they shouldn't. You must be the back of the raffle ticket.
I waited to win. You didn't. You don't win.
You left. I'm taking your prize.
So be present. This is the other way to be
you know
present.
what? Because it's not just like when you're in front of somebody that you need to put that phone down and engage in conversation. But when you're in a conference call, somebody knows when you're on the other side playing
Everybody's
Candy
muting.
Crush.
Or they're muting.
Yeah, and it's like, no, just be present, put everything else to the side of that desk. It's amazing because your partnerships with your clients, they'll know that you're listening to them. And that goes a long way and costs nothing.
And everybody's been on the phone call, on a conference call or something like that, where someone, they reference you. They're like, Laura. Oh, Laura, are you there?
Oh,
and you're
sorry,
like,
sorry. I was just going through security at the airport. I'm right back on.
Right?
Well, you know, I was in a lounge with a cocktail.
That's number 1. Number 2.
This is my point of view. Elevators make me claustrophobic. So do elevator speeches.
Oh God, if Molly were here, she'd be amening you to the ceiling because she can't stand small talk as an introvert.
No, and I got to tell you, elevator speeches, I think now with the innovation of Shark Tank and all these pitch shows, everybody thinks they've got 2 minutes to make their case. Well, you can really turn somebody off in those 2 minutes.
It feels like it's not a humble brag. It's like an overt brag when somebody elevator pitches you.
You know what? Let your resume do the talking for you if you follow up with that. But hey, you're going somewhere on that elevator, obviously. So think about where you're going. Is it a meeting? Is it a party? Is it an event? Talk about that. Make it an elevator conversation.
So I have a question for you about that, because I'm the opposite. I don't like pitching anything. I don't like talking about, you know, myself or things like that. But when I meet with people, I tend to just talk about casual things, and I don't always get to the point. So how do you slip in the point and a little business something without feeling uncomfortable about it?
That's a really good question. If you're going to a new project meeting, you can take one piece of that meeting and say, how are you involved in the engineering aspect of this? It sounds like it's going to be a fascinating program for you. Yes, and it's not a yes or no, and you're not talking about yourself, you're talking about them. I really believe it's when we bring other people sort of out of their shell and we listen, now we know what we can give, what we can offer back. So instead of pitching yourself, have a conversation
about them
with them.
And bring in the topic that way. Okay, number 3. Cocktails.
Is it cocktail talking or cocktail talking?
This is my favorite one that you say.
We bring this up every time.
I've been on both sides. I got to admit it.
Yep. office jokes aren't funny the day after if you can't remember them. We have been on that side. But I really think it's just something to keep in mind. We all seen the, we always see somebody else doing it. And you're thinking, I don't want to be that person, so don't.
Yeah.
Really put down the glass, mix
and
it up.
sometimes it's just by accident. You're not eating enough.
Exactly.
Because you're talking too much and you're having
I always
a glass
use that
of wine.
one. I'm like, I don't know how
I forgot to eat.
I didn't realize I was this
Only
tipsy.
time in my life I'll forget to eat.
But really, have a vodka soda and then make it a couple of just plain sodas. Have an old fashioned, do a whiskey in 7, but then just follow up with a 7 or a water.
Yeah.
Mix it up. You just don't want that in any way, especially now.
Yeah, very
we are
true.
under such more
Gotta
scrutiny.
be smart.
And with 24/7 media,
Climate is not friendly for jokes.
Yeah.
All
Next
right.
one. I love this
Number 4.
one. Optional is an opportunity. Sometimes you say, oh, that's just optional. We're inundated with evites and things. I don't have time for that.
I see. Good. I didn't know where you were going to go with this
Well,
one.
what if you, instead of saying, oh, well, that's optional, say like, hey, that's an opportunity, but I don't have time for that. So I'm going to give 20 minutes and I'm out.
What would be a good example of something that would be optional? Are you thinking like a happy hour?
Yeah, for a colleague's happy hour, you go, you call them ahead of time and say, listen, I only have 20 minutes, but I can't wait to stop by.
Yeah.
You empower the host, you already let them know you're getting out of there, and you can get out of there with ease and grace, or if you're having a great time, great conversations, stay.
Yeah, okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Very
Here's your
simple.
final one.
Reach outside the circle, sit next to somebody new, start with your first staff meeting of the year, change it up at the table. You never know when the next conversation is going to be the conversation to change your life or somebody else's.
I love that. It's good. Step out, be present, do
That's
all those
it.
things. You can learn more at lauraschwartzlive.com. Get her book. It's Eat, Drink, and Succeed. It's a great book. Seriously, you won't be able to put it down. I highly recommend it. So love having you here.
Tiffany, it's so
Let's
good
give
to
a little
see you.
1-2 punch from Ronald.
That's it. Ronald says, Happy New Year. And you know what? He also shows a lot of love.
Oh, he does.
just
There
shows-
you go.
He just shows me love all the time. I love
Thank
my
you,
Ronald.
Laura. We love having you here.